And investigators are still trying to figure out what caused a fire at Brentwood high-rise yesterday. It left 11 people hurt and hundreds more displaced. CBS NLA's Cara Finstrom spoke to a firefighter at the scene this morning.
Sadly, one person suffered grave injuries yesterday. There is no update on his condition. 10 others suffered from smoke inhalation. Some had burns. There was a 3-month-old baby that was also hurt, but is expected to be okay. Take a look. You can see where that fire started up on the 7th floor. Everything cordoned off there. Firefighters have been here overnight keeping watch. Building inspectors are expected this morning. They'll be taking a look and seeing whether they can perhaps open up some of these floors so that the residents can go home. Joining us now here is Captain Eric Scott. Tremendous fight yesterday by firefighters because there were hundreds of people inside of this building. You provided some video to us that you posted. We want to take a look at that of some of the daring rooftop rescues that took place.
Yes, there was 339 people living in this building, so certainly a life hazard. We were immediately met by challenges of people literally hanging out of a window from 7 stories above ground. People running up to the roof to escape the flames, and that's why we had some very strategic air operations, 15 helicopter hoists of people off the roof to safety. So multiple challenges, and our firefighters, bar none, did an outstanding job.
We also have some video that shows our viewers at home, you took this for us, of where exactly this started, up there on the 7th floor. Crazy to look at because you can just see that this was very, very intense. Describe the fight that fire crews had on their hands.
Well, as we make entry into a building like this, this was built in 1961, residential high-rise, 25 stories. We're looking at a fire alarm panel as we walk into the lobby, a big computer screen against the wall to let us know what floors were activated with smoke alarms, where our trouble areas are. We're going to take a stairway up, and as we start hiking those stairways, as you get up to the 5th floor, there's a little smoke. The 6th floor, definitely smoke. 7th floor, we're having to suit up on air because there's so much smoke. And then we start to deploy our hose lines from the cabinets there as we make entry down that hallway. Very intense flames.
In addition to the 11 people who were inside this building and hurt, we've now learned this morning, you confirmed 3 firefighters. We initially thought it was 2, suffered some injuries.
Yeah, that's correct. So as far as our civilians that were sworn to protect, unfortunately 11 did suffer injury. Only 7 had to be transported to the hospital. But due to the intense flames, 2 of our firefighters suffered burns. Fortunately, they were minor, but they were transported to a hospital. And then we had a 3rd firefighter that suffered an injury, a total of 3. So they really gave it their all.
We know fire investigators, arson investigators will be out here again this morning. At one point it was thought perhaps this fire might be suspicious. What's the latest information?
Well, it does remain under active investigation. We have to be slow, we have to be methodical. There's a high dollar loss. There's a person that was in grave condition that could even lose their lives. And so we want to really comb through the debris, look at the burn patterns, talk to witnesses, look at the surveillance, work with our counterparts at LAPD, and all of that is being done right now.
All right, thanks so much for joining us here. So again, later on this morning, we will have crews out here from building inspection trying to figure out when folks can go home. And also arson investigators will be here taking a closer look at the costs. From West Los Angeles, Cara Finstrom, CBSN, Los Angeles.